Welcome back to San Lando Soundwaves. I'm Camden Robinette, and this is day 165, week 33. Today I'm going to be reading John chapter 11, verses 38 through 44. Jesus, once more deeply moved, came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone laid across the entrance. "Take away the stone," he said. "But Lord," said Martha, the sister of the dead man, "by this time there was a bad odor, for he has been in there for 4 days." Then Jesus said, "Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?" So they took away the stone. Then Jesus looked up and said, "Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I knew that you would always hear me, but I said this for the benefit of the people standing here, that they may believe that you sent me." When he had said this, Jesus called out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." The dead man came out, his hands and feet wrapped with strips of linen, and a cloth around his face. Jesus said to them, "Take off the grave clothes and let him go." Now it's time to go over our 7 arrows for this passage. What does this passage say? What did this passage mean to its original audience? What does this passage tell us about God? What does this passage tell us about people? What does this passage demand of me? How does this passage change the way I relate to people? And what does this passage prompt me to pray to God? Both Jesus' humanity and divinity are pictured in the story of Lazarus. Jesus had friends he deeply loved. In fact, he loved them so much that when Lazarus died, Jesus wept when he saw the pain of Lazarus' sisters. Jesus is also God, the one with power over death, and with a word, he can give new life to the dead. It's clear that the main point of the story wasn't really about Lazarus. After all, since Lazarus was human, even though he was brought back to life, he would one day die again. Jesus wanted his followers to see that he was God. In fact, Jesus intentionally waited until Lazarus died so that the great glory of God could be shown. Imagine the story Lazarus had to tell for the rest of his life. He was dead, and Jesus brought him back to life. If you're a Christian today, that's your story as well. You were once dead in your sin, and Jesus put his glory on display by bringing you back to life. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you come back next week.